Hey everybody. Let's get some things squared away. And let's share our experience. Okay. I think we're all set now. Now we just gotta figure out what the heck we were doing. Make sure we hit the fast forward button. Oh, I recall where we were. We had those bombs. We were fighting. That's what was going on. Good hit. Okay, bastard sword. This one's got a wild hair. Cool. I'll always use more Phoenix down. Well, what do we got here? The Fawn Coast. I was going to say, my guess is that we have to go all the way back to the town. On break. What's next?
Yeah.
Alright, I feel better about that. Oh, don't worry, I'll get to them. Excuse me. Nice, we'll take a handkerchief. And then yep, it's this way. Anything down here? Yep, there is.
Yeah.
Thought it was going to be a mimic. Prince's Kiss, what is that? Oops. Interesting. All sorts of stuff just laying around this forest. Another ether that... Kubo. I wish just once they would make the sound. Yes, yes we will. Let's go. Slow. Fawn Coast.
It would seem we made the right choice. If we'd taken the easy way and come by airship, one of those patrols would no doubt have been quick to roll out the red carpet. We're on the Empire's doorstep now, so we shouldn't have to worry quite so much. But that's no excuse to get sloppy. It is still a long road to the capital.
I think it's a worthy point to go ahead and start saving it. Music on this game is just so amazing. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Good to know that close, but we're not that close. Close, but not that close.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
totally reminds me of Dragon Quest XI.
Race it to the water.
Why the capital?
The Nethicite. I must destroy it.
Are you sure? You don't want it for yourself? Use its power to restore Dalmasca? Something like that? The best intentions invite the worst kind of trouble.
Lusting for ever greater power. Blinded by the Nethicite. Is that how you see me?
That does sound like someone I know. He was obsessed with Nethicite. It was all he cared about.
Come over here.
He'd babble nonsense,
Hey!
blind to aught but the
Watch
stone's
it.
power.
Like I said,
He'd talk about some Enna, or was it
beautiful view.
Venar?
Except for you.
No matter.
Thank you.
Everything he did to get closer to the Nethicite, to understand it. He made airships, weapons. He even made me a judge.
You were a judge?
Part of a past I'd rather forget. It didn't last long. I ran. I left the judges and him. Sidolphus Demon Bonanza. Draculaur Laboratories' very own Dr. Sid. That's when he lost his heart to Nethicite. Lost himself. And I suppose that's when I lost my father. Don't follow in his footsteps. I ran away. I couldn't stand seeing him like that, a slave to the stone. So I ran. Free at last. Funny I went for the Dusk Shard. How could I have known that it was Nethicite? And then, of course, I met you. All that running, and I got nowhere. It's time to end this. Cut my ties to the past.
It's hard to leave the past behind. I know.
Marriage of convenience. Symbol of the alliance between Nebradia and Dalmasca. This is how they see our match.
They do they?
These roles we play. I must admit, I find it wearying.
I will play mine.
I would have no other.
The choice is yours to make. But don't give your heart to a stone. You're too strong for that, princess.
I pray you're right, Balthier.
take it. My goodness. I see. Chitta? I guess it's how pronounced. Cool. Makes it easy.
Yeah.
Interesting. Hey, what's going on? How are things? Easy enough. Nice. It is probably, I honestly, if you were going to ask me, I would say this is probably by far the best Final Fantasy battle system that you could come across in Final Fantasy. By far, the Gambit system is so good. It's just so reliable. I mean, as long as you have your gambits absolutely set up to max efficiency, you're never going to be kind of left hanging. and a friend of mine on here found a strategy for the Zodiac Age version, where the jobs are kind of set up a little bit, and the license points. See, the original, you could do whatever license points you wanted. Everybody had the same license point board, and it wasn't job-based. Anybody could have any weapon, learn any spell. Oh, nope, staying away from that guy for right now. Yeah, in the original one, the Zodiac Age, now this one has a job system and it's a little bit more pointed, but a buddy of mine found a strategy that says, you know, who should have who should set up with what job. So I'm trying his strategy. It's the first time I've played Final Fantasy XII since it came out. I've never actually played this version of it. So far it's been pretty good though. It's been relatively painless. Relatively. I did get stuck for a little while on the... I think it's called the Great Worm in the forest where the Viera live. Ooh, Kira. Otherwise, it's been remarkably easy enough, yes. So I also played it when it first came out on the PS2. Yeah, the voice acting though, the game was amazing. I actually had the strategy guide too for this game. Same thing. I felt the same kind of way with Final Fantasy X as well on the PS2. Like there was a lot of content for a PS2 game. Oh, come on, get the treasure. $34 gil. Ugh. Is there anything here? Nope. And right now I'm just kind of... I feel like this game is like really, really grindy too. I know I'm not the only one that feels that way, but... yeah, it's time. Nice. What are we doing? Well, at least we know exactly what's out there. Based on a factor of time to all foes. Okay, weird. Is this all Shatterheart? I mean, is this grinding the most exciting thing in the world? No. But, I mean, as long as I make a little bit of progress every time I play, I feel pretty good about it. I just hate it when I get like super stuck and I can't, there's nowhere to go, there's nothing really to fall back on. You just need better stuff and you're kind of waiting for things to kind of happen, and it's, yeah, like this. I don't have enough license points to get anything, so we'll just have to hold off. Okay, ooh, just enough. We'll get there, though. Grinded too much, and they got some difficult moment around. So, you know, I think when I played it back then, I don't think I ever really finished it. I got to Vane, and then I wouldn't say I quit, but I just put it down and I kind of forgot about it. Or I think I may have even tried to get Vane, or tried to defeat Vane a few times and just didn't get through it. And I said, oh, well, I'll go back and grind. And then a friend of mine was like, oh, hey, by the way, there's this thing called World of Warcraft that is getting really big. And I was like, well, I guess I'll play that instead. And I kind of lost track of my console games for a while. Not for their own fault, just... And then by the time I kind of picked it up again, I was like, oh, well, it's too late now. Now I'd have to start all over again, because I have no idea. I don't remember a single thing of what I was doing. I will say I do love this kind of fast forward feature, because I swear if I was going this fast for the entire game, I would lose my mind. Absolutely lose my mind. And that was about the same time that the first expansion of World of Warcraft came out. I think it was the Burning Legion. And a buddy was like, now is the time to get in, there's new content, there's plenty of things to do, and new characters you can build. And I was like, and of course I'm like, okay. I was unmarried and didn't have any kids, so I didn't worry about it. Oh, I'll take speed times 2. Is there speed times 4? That's battle speed. Ooh. Oh my god, that's way too fast. Oh my god, that's... Well... I mean, when you're just grinding, I guess? Yeah, this is kind of nuts. Really don't know if I'm coming going here. Wow, I just covered that entire map. Whoa, slow down. Do you have any? Are there any other Final Fantasy games that you play that you enjoy other than 12, or is 12 the one that really tickled your fancy? You know, 13 was not a bad story. I'll tell you, I'll say this much for 13. I liked 13 as well. I didn't love it. I liked it. I played it. I thought it was great. The characters were really well developed. I loved Snow and Vanille and Hope. Very good, very well built characters. Lightning, yeah, okay. Not the best protagonist. I just like that they weren't. I mean, turn-based. It felt more like a. I don't know how to put it. It just felt like something new. Well, I would say 15 is a lot like 12. 15 was a lot like 12. I haven't played 16 yet, but I've heard it's really good as well. Ooh. So it depends. Are you into the turn-based strategy, or are you into this? If you're into this, Final Fantasy 15 is amazing. It's really short, is the problem. I wish they had kind of built more into it. Weapons, or treasure, or just something a little more. If you're looking for old school RPG, Final Fantasy IV, Final Fantasy VI. Final Fantasy VI is probably my #1 favorite. I know that's kind of a fan favorite. I know a lot of people really like 7, 8, and 9. They see that's kind of the golden era of Final Fantasy. I tend to disagree. I like 6 because I really think 6 was the last time they really, I don't know, call me maybe it's nostalgia for the old style of RPG, the JRPG kind of thing. I also really like, I know it's not the exact same thing, but the Dragon Quest games are also really amazing. And I really, really, really wish that they would remake Dragon Quest VII, because that was probably one of my favorite games on the PS1 when it came out. I probably wasted more time on that game than any other game. Which I am okay with saying. If you've never played any Dragon Quest, well then, my friend, I would tell you that is a really good series with some great music, very memorable monsters. It is turn-based strategy, or turn-based. It's a turn-based game, but it's I don't know. I think it's fun. I like the animation style, especially the newer one that just came out, which is it's number 11. It's made by the same company as Final Fantasy, Square Enix. Yeah, I've always been impressed with the... I mean, if you want to go back to the... It used to be Dragon Warrior, when it was for the NES. And then when they moved to the next generation, they changed to Dragon Quest. But the first Dragon Quest on the NES is really good. But 7, 8, 9, they're all super good. Dragon Warrior Builders is a really good game. That's kind of a fun strategy type game. Honestly, if you really want a good Final Fantasy experience that isn't turn-based, that isn't like this, Hidden RPG Gem. So, okay, this is going to age me a little bit. But when I was growing up, we didn't have Nintendo. We had the Apple IIe, and we had the Commodore 64. And one of the best game series, and you can actually find this on Steam. I recently found out and have purchased a few of them. There used to be this series of games from TSR, who is a big Dungeons and Dragons publisher back in the 80s and 90s. And they came out with this gold box series of Dungeons and Dragons games, which still, to this day, are amazing. They're a lot of fun to play. There's tons of replay value because you can go back in as any other, I need to change my gamuts. Let's see here. But you can change your, where is it? Does she have it? I don't think she does. She doesn't have it yet. But the Gold Box, Pool of Radiance, Eye of the Beholder, those are definitely super fun games that have been long, long forgotten. You really just won't find that kind of experience anywhere these days. I mean, Baldur's Gate's great graphically, but give me Pool of Radiance. Actually, it's the same world as Baldur's Gate. Yeah, I can understand. So I'm also a dungeon master in my free time when I'm not streaming. And what I can tell you is you can skip all that. You don't have to play into the love triangles of Baldur's Gate to have a good gaming experience with Baldur's Gate. What I will say is, I mean, it's just something to be kind of fun. It's kind of like I put it in the same ballpark as Fallout 3, or Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, where you can kind of choose a companion if you want to, but you don't have to. I think the development of each character isn't so much as a thing about, who to fall in love with, because that doesn't really play. That's just kind of an optional thing. What I would say, though, is it is as in this generation, as authentic a Dungeons and Dragons game as it kind of gets. It's all the same rules of the 2014 rule books. and I like how streamlined it is. I mean, if you can get past some of the campy, romantic dialogue, it is an amazing game, hands down. Larian did an amazing job on that, and it deserves all the awards it's gotten by far. 110%. I've also heard that there's 1,800 different ways to beat that game. You can make 100 mistakes and still beat the game, or tactical errors, or dismiss companion characters. And I think that's the appeal of a lot of it. Like I actually did a playthrough. So the way I work is I'll do the playthroughs on here. I'll stream, but then I will post my holy cow. That was graphically ridiculous. But then I will export my videos to YouTube. So if you see a game that I've played, and I'm in the middle of it, like Final Fantasy XII, it depends on who you ask, right? So there are going to be times where you're like, no, I need to know what happens when I roll a success on this, and there are going to be outcomes that you want to do. But if you want the true experience, then yeah, I would say what the heck. Project and defeat the menace that I can't find my employer. Where is he? Oh, got lost, huh? Alright. If you do want a true experience, like a true D&D game, there are no rerolls, there are no saves, except for they give you things called inspiration. Yes, I did. It was like 140 something hours of playthrough. I think I really tried to keep things I thought she had time magic too. Yeah, I've got a bunch of games on my YouTube channel. Baldur's Gate is definitely one of them. I'm trying to, so everything I do, I do on I have a PS5. So if it's on the PS5, I can probably play it. But there's a lot of games that I really want to stream that I can't because I don't have the setup for it, like the Breath of the Wilds and the Tears of the Kingdom, the Zelda games, and stuff like that. Nice. So I think it's got a lot of talking parts. Which make it a lot of fun. HP. Okay. So I need the Prince's Kiss here. Where is it? Did I pass it? Where is it? There it is. This is so fast. Holy cow, I'm already at over 100 for my licenses already. Jeez, grow. Yes. We're just gonna go right down the line. But yeah, I've got a bunch of different games, some RPGs. I did try to play Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I did not do very well at. I might need to replay the whole darn thing, which would be fine. I do like Final Fantasy VII. I just didn't think it was. I don't think it's the best one, and that's blasphemous in its own right by some accounts. I know people who would be really upset with me if I said Final Fantasy VII was just okay. I don't know. To me, if you really want a Final Fantasy hot take, Final Fantasy Tactics is one of the best Final Fantasies there is. I said it. I'm not ashamed of it. Yeah, that's true. Some of them do. Some of them don't. I like to finish mine. If you like tactics games, if you liked Final Fantasy Tactics, how do you feel about robots? Like battle mech, kind of Gundam, not Gundam, like real simple battle mech kind of games. Because, okay, so that's not so bad. But the one I was going to tell you about, if you want a really, really cool, different experience with a tactical game, there's a game that came out for the PS2 called Ring of Red. It is an amazing game. It was available on PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3. Ring of Red, yep. It's a bit of both worlds. It's a bit of tactics, and it's a bit of like RPG style attacking. It's really unique, is the best way I'll put it. Like, you won't... I don't know of any other game like it. I don't know where you'd be able to find it now. If you have if it was still supported on PS3, you could get it on PS3. I don't know exactly where you can... I'm not sure where you'd be able to find it. I don't think it's on Steam Deck or anything like that. Well, please have a wonderful evening. Please get some really good rest, and always welcome back. Glad to talk to you about anything. So yeah, come on by sometime. Take care. Get some good sleep. Sleep is important. Take care. No. pack of poison bombs. Interesting. Yeah, she'll come around. Ooh. What are you doing, dude? Must be something big coming up.
Hey, you sure this rabbit hole's really the way into Arcades?
Better a hare unseen than a rat in a trap. Then again, if you'd prefer to go knocking on the front gates of the city, be my guest.
But what about once we're inside? Won't the city watch find us?
We'll do what we can to blend into the crowd. Our names may be notorious, but our faces are not far known.
True, true. You're a princess and we didn't even recognize you.
I noticed. Okay. Alright, I think this is probably... What's that? Okay, I'll be up in a minute. I'll bring the dealio with me too.
business!
How about some of this? You're mine. You're going down.
I got it!
Holy cow, we're really making progress here. Bummer. I'll take 6 though. 6 was bad. Arc blast. Got him. Nice. Aww. It's kind of sad. That's kind of funny. Nicely done. Easy peasy. Moving on. Still do a little bit of grinding later. Mandragoras. Blah. Holy cow. Alright, let's get all the treasure chests really quick. Is that it? No, I thought there was another one. There's gotta be a save point coming up here. Ah, perfect. Ah, grr. Come on, dang it. Perfect. Nice. All right, perfect time. Alright, well thank you for coming by, and we will see you next time. Take care.